But the Georgia Bulldogs, I truly believe this when I say this. I think they have a chance to be even better than they were in 2023 in 2024. We'll talk about that right now, but make sure you're locked in here. College football every single day. It is our time of the year. When I say our time, I mean us as college football junkies, man. This is where we shine. Because we're going to talk about March Madness out there in the office here in a little bit. We're going to watch the games. It's going to be a lot of fun. But college football is a year-round sport. Caden Proctor making it clear he doesn't care about the calendar when he's announcing he's going to go back to Alabama. The transfer portal doesn't care. It's about to open up here in a matter of, I think, less than a month here pretty soon. Yeah, college football is crazy. We talk about it every day. Make sure you're locked in here. We appreciate y'all in advance for that. So like I said, Georgia, I truly believe they can be even better than they were in 2023 as we move into 2024. And there's a reason why you could disagree with this. New staff pieces, right? Will Muschamp taking a step back. He was the co-DC last year with Glenn Schumann. He's now no longer going to be involved to that degree. You lose, let's call a spade a spade. You lose a lot of production on defense. Good news, the madness is here. Need to sneak in those tournament games while at work? Prime Video has you covered. Watch every game live on your phone, on your laptop, or relax and watch at home on Prime Video with a subscription. Prime Video gives you choices to add on channels like Paramount Plus and Max, both featuring March Madness tournament games all in one place. It's March, it's Madness, stream it all on Prime Video. I think they bring back only 55% of that production from last year's team defensively in 2024. A lot of changes on the staff. No way around that. A lot of changes on the staff. A lot of new pieces. New wide receiver coach. New co-DC. A lot of new pieces. No way around that. But I think the continuity that you have here, in my opinion, is at the most important point in your football team, outside of your head coach down to your team. I think your offensive coordinator and quarterback continuity, having that cannot be overstated, man. Carson Beck, Mike Bobo, back for another year in the SEC, back for another go at this thing on the campaign trail. The Georgia offense, man, they averaged 39 points a game last year. Not too shabby. That'll get it done. But Carson Beck and what he did his first year as a starting quarterback in the SEC, no less, at one of the premier brands, one of the most visible spots in all of college football as the quarterback at Georgia, threw for almost 4,000 yards and completed 72% of his passes. That 72% number, that's not him just being a check down artist and throwing a screen every other play. Like, he is legitimately going the right places with the football at the right time. Like, he's putting it in the right spot. And so what I think is crucial here, as I mentioned, the continuity available to them now, that they have to even build off of that as an offense, I think that's massive. Because to me, it's a lot like when you're riding a bike. At first, you just want to get the pedals going, right? You just want to take the training wheels off. You want to get going the right direction, turn left, turn right, know what you're doing. That's massive, okay? That's important. That's how you ride a bike. But once you kind of get comfortable now, once you've done it for a while, you can kind of add some sauce onto that now. You can maybe start doing the little no hands action. Maybe you start doing, the wheelie. Like, you can kind of get a little bit more tricky with it. You can build off of what you did originally and add some more evolutions to your abilities. That's what the Georgia offense has here. Yes, you lose Brock Bowers. Yes, you lose Ladd McConkey. There's no way around that. Those are massive losses. But what they did through the portal, I think, is going to help accomplish some more production, help make up for some of what you lost. There's no replacing Brock Bowers. There's no replacing Ladd McConkey. But what they got via the portal with Colby Young, man, the early returns out of spring ball, they think they hit in a big way with him. He is a different kind of receiver than they've had in Athens. About 6'3", 210, 215. And I think he even probably plays a little bit bigger than that. If you watch him last year at Miami, dude is a stud. Lennon Humphreys, he can go quite a bit from Vanderbilt. Trevor Etienne adding a true bell cow, I think, to that running back room. Not to say he's going to get the bulk of the carries and be the only guy toting the rock. We know this, man. Georgia is a by-committee operation. But having a guy who has experience in the SEC like a Trevor Etienne has, there's no overstating that. So all these things combine to say the offense, from a weapon standpoint, from a continuity standpoint, from a Carson Beck getting even better in this system standpoint, I think it's going to make for some magic on the field. I really believe that. And you look at where we sit right now in March, and we've said this a few times, a lot of what we got going on right now when it comes to what we know about these teams is on paper. Like, I don't know how the new 45% of Georgia's offense, or Georgia's defense rather, production-wise, is going to respond in the fourth quarter when they play Alabama. We don't know that. Have a pretty good feeling that a Kirby Smart coached football team, though, will be ready to answer the call. I think that's a pretty fair assessment. Well, you look at what they have on the roster right now. They have as much talent as anybody else in the country. Some pieces that are unproven, sure. But look at what they have on the recruiting trail since 2020. In 2020, number 1 ranked class. 2021, number 3 ranked class. Number 2022, number 3 ranked class. In 2023, number 2 ranked class. In 2024, the number 1 ranked class. The bottom line here is they have top 3 talent in the country, and I think how they develop and demand more out of that talent will make them the most talented team in the country. Doesn't mean you win the national championship, but it does mean that you have a distinct advantage before you even kick that ball off. Now, here's the most important thing, and I want to make sure we really, really say this. We really take our time here. Georgia and Kirby Smart, when they have something to chase, when they're in go mode, I don't think there is a more lethal team in the country. Look back to last year. Post-Auburn, right? Georgia's getting set to play Kentucky. Everyone's talking about how Auburn took them to the wire, took them down to that last drive, and it took Peyton Thorne throwing a pick for Georgia to get out of Jordan-Hare with a win, right? Everyone's saying, is Georgia who we thought they were? Like, is Carson Beck as good as we thought he was? Like, I don't know about this Georgia team. They kind of start slow. They go out and just boat race Kentucky, 51-13. And then you had some issues during the year where you were worried about the defense. Hey, I don't know if they're going to be able to withstand what Ole Miss is bringing offensively. They've had some issues defending the perimeter run game, right? That was kind of the narrative. And Ole Miss, they do a lot of jet sweeps. They really attack the edge of your defense. That was something people said. Ole Miss came to Athens and scored 17 points. Georgia won 52-17. Drug them. The point I'm trying to make here is when Georgia has something to chase, I don't think there's a better team in the country with Kirby Smart running the show. And the thing with Georgia the last couple of years, with them being back-to-back national champs going into 2023, Kirby Smart kind of had to create a little bit of that chase within them. Kind of had to sell them the, hey, nobody thinks you're that good. Had to really show them the press clippings of the naysayers. They don't have to do that this year. Now, Kirby Smart, I don't imagine we'll show them this video because we're doing the opposite of what that rat poison would be for them. But what I'm trying to say here is they don't have the crown coming into this year. Michigan has it. It's not Georgia this year. They're not the big dog entering into there trying to make that three-peat, whatever. Like, it's not the situation you're walking into after the 2023 season. They're trying to go get back to the mountaintop. A lot of people saying you lost Brock Bowers, you lost these staff pieces. They hear all that. And that's not me saying Georgia isn't still the betting favorite in Vegas. I'm not saying Georgia won't even be favored in the majority of their games. But when I'm talking about the things that Kirby Smart can then tell his guys, it's not quite as manufactured as I think it has been in the past. There are folks that will very, very casually and very, very happily pick against Georgia this year. That's fine. I just don't know that we'll partake in it, man. I just think they're hungry. I think a Kirby Smart coach team with a mission is dangerous, and the talent they have on that roster is second to none. And Carson Beck, I think, is set to do numbers like Goodwill Hunting in his second year in this offense with Mike Bobo. So are they a betting favorite? Sure, no doubt about it. But I think they have a chance to be even better in 2024 than they were in 2023. And I can't wait to watch it. I cannot wait to watch.
Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.